Hey, welcome to the Oblast, Marty DeGarmo. Thank you very much. Lynn Nakamoto, Julie Wen, and everyone else on here. I appreciate helping me get this going again. Lynn, with all your phenomenal advertising skills. Julie Wen running the board. Marty DeGarmo for just being Marty DeGarmo, always helping. We appreciate all of you. We do have a guest tonight from New Orleans. We're still waiting for her. I do have someone that's going to introduce her. So we're going to let him talk for a couple minutes, but I want to talk for just about 3 minutes and let everyone know that the CEO, Ash Mafara, my big brother, had said the other day on the round table that Obless is almost there. I thought it was ready. I got all excited. If you remember, I went, woo, and it's almost done. And this is this is the thing. This is what I've been waiting for, the Oblast to be completely done. It should be a couple more weeks. I'm reading between the lines from what Ash was saying. I think he was a little bummed out about too, because we really want to get this going. Basically, when we launch to the world, it's on. It's on. When the apple starts falling, we can really start doing projects. We're doing them now. I believe we're doing them right now. Just not the monetary thing is there. And what we're doing, we're setting them up. I've got so many requests from all over the world that amaze me. People that have been doing. I'll tell you real quick. I had a gentleman last week from India, and I'm going to have him on in the next couple of weeks. His family, they run this whole little school for an orphanage, and it's amazing. He sent me pictures, pretty cool things that they've already been doing. It's just people with big hearts. I can honestly say that some of these people have been doing this their whole lives. I'm thinking, wow, why haven't I not been doing something like that? I don't maybe have what they have over there and what we have over here is two different things. But to see people that really don't have a lot and give everything they got to other people, I mean, that's a real angel in my book. And it's cool. So a lot of you I know are the same way. I know a lot of you do many, many things out there to help people, which is always amazing to me. And that's what I'm falling in love with this on Passive Oblast, because I've heard it, I've seen it for the last year and a half. Now I'm actually getting in touch with people who've actually been doing things or had these great ideas in their head. It's really cool. I just had another lady, Jane. She was on here a couple weeks ago with another idea, helping senior citizens to the point where what's more important? Do I eat today or do I buy that medicine? It's unnecessary. No one should have to make a choice like that. I believe Oblast is going to give people a lot of choices, and it really is up to us to look for those things, those niches. You've heard Viviana Rodriguez. What's her name? Susie McCray. She's going to kill me for that one. Robin Noble, taking care of their parents. Okay, not an easy task. Going through a lot of things, illnesses. They all wish they had more help, more support. And I believe just between 5 or 6 of some of the people that take care of their moms and dads that we know about it, they're going to make that happen. All right. I know they're going to put things together for people in the future saying, I don't have the expenses. If you checked out putting your mom and dad into a facility, it's extremely expensive. It's very, very expensive. And a lot of people, when it gets to that point, they can't afford it, or it wipes out their entire life savings. And they did it because they're family, but it just doesn't seem right to me. We should be able to help all these people out. And like I said, that's one thing. We've talked about 1,000 things that we can do and help out. So, but I'm going to hand this over to Willie. Hopefully Monique shows up, or she has showed up. I'm not sure. I'll let Willie talk for a couple minutes. And if she doesn't come on, we'll figure something out to talk about Oblast. Willie, the floor is yours, my brother.
Yes, good evening, everybody. My name is Willie Broad Wanki, and I'm presently located in New Orleans, the city of New Orleans. Yes, I actually work at LSU Hospital right now, and right by my side is a homeless facility. It's like the biggest in the whole of New Orleans, and this place is gathering like almost 75 people almost every day. Like every day that I pass, I see people sitting there like almost 75. So it is the only place where they gather in the morning, they give them shower, they give them a place to shower, they give them breakfast, they give them drugs, help, they give them a COVID vaccine like HIV, checkup, do all those things. That is the only place where they get this. And before I had contacted one of the executive director, but she gave me a card and I invited her to join the Zoom like a month ago. Like 2 times she failed because of, and all this is not because they're not willing, they're actually willing to communicate with us. But you know that when they don't yet know that this company is on, maybe sometimes they don't believe, like sometimes they still want to do some findings, you know. So the only number they could give me was their office number, which you know you have to dial by extension to get to somebody. That is why it is pretty difficult to get to them. However, Monique said she was going to hook up today, at least 1 hour, 30 minutes, so she can share. You know, she is a social worker in that company, and they actually receive help from some churches too around, you know, and they're doing pretty well. I am really amazed with the work they do, like every day, like literally every day. The work they do is fantastic, you know, because like I see the kind of old men I see sitting there, they need help, they need to do this. Myself, I used to, because I work in the restaurant in the LSU, so time to time I pass, I give them some food, you know, but these guys are doing a fantastic job. And I think that this is a place where they should be. Monique's, up till now, I'm still thinking that Monique will join the Zoom. Like she promised me she was going to join. And if she doesn't join, like today, I will make sure that I get to this. So I got this. I will make sure I get even the executive director again. And even those people, those homeless people who are always there, I will now go to contact some of them so that on the next presentation, I'm sure I will have a few of them, you know, they can share their testimony, because this is a place where they should be. You know, we really want to uplift humanity and, you know, eradicate poverty. This is what we can do. This is what I'm up for too. So I'm still waiting. Hopefully she gets on the Zoom and she can share and she can, you know, give us the information, some of the information we need and what they do actually. Let's just go ahead. If somebody else has something to do while waiting, that maybe she joins. I hope that she joins in a few minutes. But some of the things that they actually do are like they provide food, you know, like in the morning, they provide 2 meals a day. I see at least they do like 2 meals a day, almost every day. And like any other day, they do some checks up, they give soap, they give some basic necessities that the homeless people they need, like towels, like shower gels, those little things that they need to take care of their things. And then now they go in one after another to be able to take their shower, those kind of stuff. So they are really helpful. They are really trying to do something. I'm thinking that if they join this platform, they will be able to, you know, to guarantee this work for the homeless. And they even that's most of the time, even the mails for the homeless people, that is where they come and collect their mails. So they just use that address for their mails. So their mails get there, they come and pick them there, you know, because they have no other home to go to, like, so it's like their home. So I just hope that Monique gets on. I'm still contacting her and going and ringing that extension. I hope that she will pick, but she actually told me that she was going to sleep a little bit there, but she will join the Zoom because there is one other homeless facility that she works overnight. And so she was going to join for a short time, then she can go back to that facility overnight. So I don't know if she overslept or what, I don't know exactly, but I'm hopefully still thinking that she will join.
All right,
Thank you,
Willie.
everybody. Thank you,
Willie,
please.
we'll get her on here. I'm not worried about it. It was
Yes,
a
please.
last, you know, we only had a couple hours and I know she's very busy.
Mhm.
So I think she'll show up and we'll just talk a little bit. Let me ask you guys this. Just a fun question here. If someone was to give you $100 million, just came up to you and gave you $100 million, real quick answers, and I want honest answers. What is the first thing that you would do if someone gave you $100 million? Raise your hand. You got a 30-second answer. That's it. Go, Michael.
The first thing, I want to get my family settled out, get the things that we need for the time being. Then the rest, I want to give it to charity.
Very good. Janine, go ahead. Jean, I can't hear you. I think we're going to take 100 million and take $10 and get you a new headset. That's what we're going to do. No, can't hear you. Jean, we'll come back to you. Dr. Benny, go ahead.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. The first thing is firstly to pay off my school loan, to help my family. And then there are a lot of needy people out there. Homelessness, mental retarded kids, they need help. Those in the group homes, because I used to work in the group homes, I used to work in a nursing home, they need serious help. Thank you.
Very good, Dr. Benny. An answer I was looking for. One thing that Ash always says is fill your tank first. There's nothing wrong with taking care of yourself first. When you have that kind of money coming, and I'm using that as a hypothetical, of course, my goal here is just to remember that, yeah, you count too. It's okay to go get that, maybe that shiny new car or a cabin or whatever you wanted. But know this, that you're going to have a lot coming at you. And it's okay to think about those other people because we're going to be the start of, I don't really like the word revolution. I think we're just going to be the start of a family that's going to grow continuously. And this family is going to be the biggest adopted, loving family from all over the world. And we're going to constantly be helping each other out. So I can't wait for that. Gladys, go ahead. You got 10 seconds. Go.
Yes. If I get that money, at least I have food on the table. I have a place to sleep. But there's a facility that I work with in Kenya, and they have they are feeding children, depending on people to give donations. So those are the first people that I'm going to give something and helping them get clean water, because the water they drink is the water they shower, is the water they used to cook. So those are the first people I will gift before anything. At least I have food to eat. I'm good.
Very good, Gladys. Thank you. Dallas Vale, go. You got 30 seconds. 10 seconds. 5 seconds. Della.
Oh, my goodness. I'm running up. Hey, buddy.
Hi, Della.
Hello, everyone. Don't you know that it's so huge? 100 million. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry for joy the whole life. And of course, I'm gonna tour around, take care of myself first, my family. I'm gonna have what I really want in life, and then give the rest of it for the poorest children of the world. They are my life. Thank you, buddy. Bless you.
Thank you, Della. Great answer. Dr. Masagio, I finally got to see you. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Boy, you are a beautiful lady. Go ahead, doctor. Give me your best 30 seconds.
Hi, thank you, my brother Chris. Hi, everyone. Very happy to be here. Yes, of course, like everybody else, I will also meet my basic needs and my other needs. But I'm really burning to build cabins for in the campsite that I run for children in Botswana, because we use canvas tents for them to stay in. And it's 225 kids at a time that we are helping that come and go for therapy. And we keep being bothered by the weather. It can be too hot. Some have been destroyed by weather conditions, and I try to fundraise and crowdfunding. What is it called? GoFundMe. Yeah. But I couldn't raise enough money, so I'm really burning to start there, just to build proper cabins for those children, and then maybe build more therapy campsites because they are needed. Thank you.
Wonderful. You made a good a point, Doctor. You know that when Mr. Bacal's wife passed away, myself and Marty, we got together and decided we wanted to do something, and we used GoFundMe. Okay. The difference between GoFundMe and Oh Bless, of course, we know that there's nothing taken away out of Oh Bless. Everything goes to the charity. But the other thing is, look at the community that we've built so far. And I will use the number 1,300,000 plus 35. I think it's 1,335,000 people that we have. And, you know, Mr. Hey fell off a roof and broke his arm and shoulder. You know, please send me $100. Just example, hypothetical. I'm not climbing any roofs. Can you imagine the impact? Can you imagine the impact that we're going to have on humanity for real causes? You know, somewhere in Australia, they just had a major brush fire. It took out thousands of people's homes. Somewhere in Africa, there's people dying because there's no water because it hasn't rained in 6 weeks. Imagine what we're going to be able to do with just the 1,335,000 founders that we have now. Imagine in 2 years, 3 years, as our apples grow, as this family grows, imagine what we're going to be able to do. Let's just say, hypothetically, we in 3 years, we've got 2 billion, 3 billion people. There's nothing on this earth that could come at us, whether it's a typhoon, a tornado, an earthquake, that we won't be there to help fix because we're global. We're a family of everywhere. So if someone in Kenya says, hey, Chris, we need help, man, it's a push of a button. It's a push of a button. Can you imagine and I like doing this because it's fun. 2 billion people just throwing in $1, $10, $100. And we did that consistent for like 4 months. My God, I think we can build the entire world in a year just from the funding from Unpassive Founders. So just keep thinking that way. This is how I think. There's nothing that is we could do anything. All right, we really could do anything. We just have to put our money and our funds to the right places. That's the key here. And every concern, whether it's animals, trees, plants, you know, the sun, I don't care what your cause is, we're going to have funding to help it. So, Doctor, thank you very much. David Rosleski, you got 30 seconds. Go.
Like everybody else, I want to take care of my son, my family, myself, get myself to the doctor, fix myself up. But then I'm going to study ASH intensely because like I've been blabbering about forever, I put together a business to try to help the world. I'd wind up taking the rest of that money, put it right into the business and set my business up just like Unpassive and just spread the Unpassive state of mind, try to help as many as I can, change the best part of the world as I can, biggest part of the world that I can.
Wonderful. I know David has sent me, oh my gosh, I could probably write a book with all the stuff David wants to do. Pretty amazing. And someday I'm going to do a little interview with David Rosleski about where he's come from and where he's at and where he's going to be. I count on David to be one of the great givers. And if you heard his story, you'll be amazed by it. So David, I'm with you. I love you with all my heart. And I know you got big things coming, brother, because it is coming. Thank you, David.
Oh, yeah. Thank you. And I love everybody, man. You're all my family.
Absolutely. Mamadou, 30 seconds, go.
Yes, Captain Chris. Good evening. Thank you very much. I show you my face. I'm a busy man. Believe me, Captain Chris, I got $100 million. I'll take care of myself, take care of my immediate family and my extended family. And then I will go to my village where I was born in Sierra Leone. and make sure everybody in that village, first of all, I will look at the needs that are needed in that village. Provide electricity, provide water, make sure there is a hospital, and give all the amenities that will make sure take care of all the indigenes of that community. And then I extend to the whole country, Sierra Leone. From there, and then I move, as an angel, I'll be with you all over the world, but I will start to myself first. And my community and my country and the world as a whole. So that's how I'm gonna use my 100 million if I receive it now.
Very good, Mamadou. I know you're gonna do good, brother. You're already doing good. I wanna see you with that beautiful shirt, that colorful shirt, no mask one day.
I know.
I had the opportunity. I went to
Thank you.
Las Vegas on a little trip, and not really many people were wearing masks. Okay, and I was actually with Julie Wen, and we had a really good time. And we were just discussing, isn't it nice to see people out and about, having fun, talking? I missed that. I didn't realize how much I missed it. And it's nice to see. Am I still a little nervous about things? Absolutely. But to me, watching people talk and converse, dance, taking walks, it was pretty amazing. And I really, really looking forward to bringing that all back. So, Mamadou, thank you very much.
Thank you too. Thank you.
All right, Gene.
Count on me.
Yeah. Gene, you go ahead. Uh-oh. Oh, no. The lady with the voice. Hey, I tried to unplug in your headset and just talking in your computer, Gene. See what happens. Now unmute yourself. You are unmuted? Well, it's not working. Hey, I'll get you on the flip side. You keep raising that hand. I'll get you. Keep working on it. All right. We'll come back to you, Gene. No, I can't hear. I can read lips, though. Hey, if you know sign language, you can talk to Lynn, and Lynn can tell us what's going on. No? All right. We'll come back to you, Gene. We'll come back to you. Hey, Gene. Gene, I got a great idea. Call my cell phone. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Call my cell phone, and I'm going to let you talk through my cell phone through the speaker. Hold on, I'll call you. I'm full of surprises. Hold on. I'm calling you now.
Hey, Chris, have her click on that arrow by the microphone. Maybe she don't have her headphones set up right.
No, she knows what she's doing. I'm calling her right now. Can you? Yeah, go ahead. Wait.
All right. Okay, real quickly, since I know we have very little time. Can you hear, are you hearing an echo?
Yeah, turn off your volume on your computer.
Off her mic. Hold on, let me turn off the mic right now. All right, go ahead, Chris.
Perfect. Thank you, Julie.
All right. Here we go. Okay. Obviously, take care of family. I have a little nephew that was born with surgeries. I want to help out that young couple, help with their medical. But personally, I would love to go around the country and really.
Oh no. Hey, Gene, you just muted your phone.
Can you hear me?
Now I can hear you. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. God, this is the weirdest thing. And then also the elderly with memory care issues. Alzheimer's, dementia, that kind of thing, because a lot of it, when my mom was in memory care, there were people that never had visitors, and my brothers and sisters became their family, especially during COVID and all of that. We were the only ones that were allowed in, and it's a very long story, but we literally became the family for everyone in there, and those people are so forgotten. So I want to be able to really help these organizations. So hopefully that was, I hope you could hear that. I'm so sorry. I don't usually have.
No, everyone waved their hand if they could hear that pretty good. Could you hear her? Wave your hand. See, it worked.
Thank
See?
you, Chris.
If there's a will, there's a way, I'm telling you.
That is the weirdest thing. Zoom kept kicking out on me. I've never had that before. We have a lot of heat where it's very hot here.
Yeah.
So maybe something with that, but thank you for your patience. I really appreciate
I
it.
appreciate you back, Gene. Thank you very much. All right,
Thank
I'm
you.
gonna hang up on you now.
Bye.
Bye. See that? Guys, never give up. Never give up. All right, Miss Judy. Unmute yourself, please.
Yes, hi. If somebody handed me $100 million, I would faint. But when I came to, I would take care of our family, the veterans, seniors, and food banks and hospitals. Just spread it as far as I can. I don't need much to survive for myself, but I do need it to help others that I know, seniors especially. In the hospitals with Alzheimer's, like Jane said, they need company. So I'd probably hire some kids to go in and visit with them if I possibly could, like classrooms. Yeah. Anyhow, that's all I have to say. Thank you.
Very good, Judy. Yeah, I think, everyone's important, but senior citizens, man, that's something that we should all really think about, because guess what? We're all going to be senior citizens someday, with what we don't know, with what ailments we don't know, God forbid, we all have great, healthy lives, but odds are we're not gonna, but I hope we got some young founders that take care of us. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Judy. Jennifer, go ahead.
Hi. Yeah, first of all, I would take care of my family and friends, get my kids all set up. And like, I guess the last few people, I would be focusing on, and I am going to focus on senior care and dementia, especially having two parents that have gone through, one father-in-law and mother, my mom. What I would like to do is build facilities that stimulate them. So I saw somewhere in, I don't know if it was Netherlands or something, where they made the buildings look like 1950s housing and streets and all that kind of stuff. So they actually feel like they're in somewhere that's not just a hospital situation. I don't know. Ours here look like hospitals, our dementia care units. So I'd like to do that, especially, and also maybe have like a day program in it for the dementia people with dementia that are going to need to move into those homes and get them used to being in there, so they're just not all of a sudden thrown right into dementia care units. So yeah, I've been doing a lot of research, so that's what I would do with my 100 million.
Ooh, very good, Jennifer. I like that.
Long-winded, but
Okay, you got $100 million. You can be long-winded if you want.
Yeah. Thanks.
All right, thank you, Jennifer. Lisa, go ahead, unmute yourself, please.
If I had 100 million, I would do a lot of what everybody said with the elderly and everything and the homeless. And but what I would really like to do is for single parents, maybe teen moms or whomever, who are out there working hard and trying to do the best that they could. But what would it be like if we could pay their bills off for a month, so that they could go and do something with their kids, so that, that. Also, I would like to help those that have cancer or leukemia or whatever like that, buy the wigs or the mastectomy bras or whatever that they need.
Very good. I like that idea, Lisa, of, you ever, like, once in a while you see a radio station will go by a family that's hurting, five, 6 kids, both mom and dad are sick, they can't work, and they go pay everything off for a year, their bills, their house payments, They supply them with groceries every week. Can you imagine just that kindness for 1 year? What can help? How many people out there really need it? See, we don't think like that. We're not programmed to think like that, but I'm trying to program you to think like that if you're not thinking that way already, because no matter how bad we think we got it, I'm telling you what, I could show you pictures. I could tell you stories from what I've heard in the last 7 months from all over the world. Like, my God, am I blessed? If right now I can actually say, if I didn't have any of my limbs and I only had one eye, I still would be blessed compared to what some of these other people have told me. So don't forget that. There's always someone that's got it worse, and it's going to be up to us to pick those people up and make it better for them. So Lisa, thank you very much. Jane Helms, go ahead, Jane. I can't hear you. I know you have a beautiful voice. You're muted.
Oh, I'm sorry now.
There you go. There you go.
Sorry.
I'm thinking, I know what you're all going to do. All you ladies are going to try to get my cell phone number. I know it.
That was it. That was it. You caught me, right? Well, I share with you kind of what I was thinking about too. But I mean, first of all, I think it would be important to pay my tithes and offerings, because you can't outgive God. He's going to give back to you, and you're going to have more. Then I'll have more than $100 million, and I can give more out. So that's kind of cool. But I really do have a heart for the elderly. I've taken care of for my mom, my dad, my aunt, and my uncle. And it's a lot of work, and it's not inexpensive either, but just being there and, at the end of life and stuff like that, it's just so important. And I think a lot of people don't have that. Several others have hit on that also, of like really needing. And another thing that I have in my heart is there's so many children, especially children who are trafficked. And I think it would be so neat to put the two together. Children who need mentors, and then the elderly who want to mentor young people. And I just love to start a program that would do that they could just help each other. And, it just would be so neat. And being able to, pay some bills and stuff. People may want to help, but they don't have the means to do it. And to help them help others. And anyway, I can go on, but I won't. Shorten it. So thank you for the opportunity, Chris.
I appreciate it. And you did. I loved your probably 10 minutes before the show started, or 15 minutes. Jane had sent me a wonderful email on another idea she's got. And like I said, I love these ideas because we got to start somewhere, right? And this ideas is listen, the world wasn't built because someone said, "Hey, I want to build a car." It's these people with these amazing brains think about. I want you guys to think about for a second. Think about just the gasoline engine, carburetor. Back then when you had a carburetor, spark, ignition. Man, I think to myself, how do these people even think of it? How did people even think of ideas? Just, the wheel. Way back in the caveman days. The wheel. Fire. All right. I still believe there's a lot of great ideas out there. But see, our ideas are going to be better than anyone else, because our ideas are not going to get you from point A to point B. They might not fly you over the clouds, but they'll sure put a lot of smiles on young kids, on families' faces, especially when Christmas comes around, because the worst of the worst is having a Christmas and having a few kids and you didn't have nothing to buy them any kind of Christmas present. And to me, that was always a big thing. I was blessed with many good Christmases in my life, and I could not imagine a child or even adult that didn't have at least one present under the tree. And that breaks my heart knowing that. And I believe there's people on this camera right now that maybe have gone through that. And I know those are the people that are going to make sure there's lots of presents, not just Christmas Day, but throughout the year. So keep thinking. You guys see what I'm doing? I'm doing that. Oh, I'm minding to your mind. I wanna get in your mind and say we're gonna constantly help, but we're also gonna have fun. Yes, we're gonna go fishing. Yep, ladies, I'm gonna go watch you buy your purses and high heels. But guys, we're going to the hardware store. We're gonna do all that stuff, but we're gonna have fun. All right. Before I go to the next person, Jane, thank you. Willie, I seen you on the phone. Any luck with Monique yet? Unmute yourself, buddy.
Still not able to get to her place. I've
Okay.
been trying, just trying and trying.
It's okay,
But not
Willie.
getting to her.
I think people are having fun with this, though. We're gonna get $100 million to get that lady to the show. That's what we're gonna use your $100 million for.
No, we will do it. We will do it, Chris. I'm determined to do that. So
All right.
this week coming, I will get the executive director and I'll get her again. If I don't
Okay.
get her, I will get even those that are those homeless people there.
All right,
So
Willie?
regardless, I would do some before we come next time. I will do some.
If she does by chance come on, wave your arm like this so I can see you, and we'll bring
Thank
her
you,
right
please.
on.
I
All
appreciate
right.
it.
Jane, thank you very much. Miss Marcine, boy, I've seen a lot of videos of Marcine dancing lately. Marcine, unmute yourself. You just got $100 million. What you gonna do with it? I know you don't need dancing. I know you don't need dancing lessons. I've been watching you dance for the last 3 weeks on videos.
Please, I have to dance, and I'm going to be dancing tonight because I just won $100 million. And guess what? I'm going to buy my dream car.
There you go.
That's my dream car. I'm going to have it. And I have this project that we have been doing it for the past 12 years. Bright Light Project is in 4 countries in Africa. I'm going to make sure that that project have the best and the best, the cream of the cream. Everything that we have been willing to do for those kids, those orphan kids in Sierra Leone, in Zimbabwe, in Cameroon, in Nigeria. Actually, we are based in South African country. We started the project after Ebola. When Ebola hit Africa, the kids, they lost their parent and they didn't have anybody. So we started the project around Africa to help those children. And now, along the way, some children from my country, we have a war in Cameroon and they were displaced. They left their hometown and start going to other country and based there. So we are doing everything on our possibility, anything that we can to give them living, to place them to school, to pay their school fee, to give them job, to build home for them to be living in. So that's what we do as Bright Light Project. And we've been doing it for the past 12 years, as I said. And I'm so happy that the United Nations recognized us last week. So, hey, $100 million, Chris, believe me, the angel and I, we are going with my dream car. I'm going to take everybody with me.
Wonderful. Hey, that's great. That's what I like to hear, Marcine. But you definitely can dance because I've been watching you dance for a while there. Marcine, let me ask you this real quick. Since we're talking about Africa, what is the biggest thing Africa needs right now to help Africa out? If you had one thing that you could choose, what would it be to help out Africa right now?
Water.
Water. The key ingredient, water.
Yeah.
How did I know you were going to say that? How did I know? I'm glad you said it because, hey, listen, the world, whoever's listening to us, we are impassive. We are coming for those countries that need water, like Africa. Anywhere in the world that you don't have fresh water, we have ways and we will find different ways to make sure you get the water. So I don't know who's out there watching this, but this is an impassive family right here. This is called Obless. We had a scheduled lady. She's very busy, couldn't make it. So we're showing you where our hearts are at. People where in Impassive have the hearts, every one of our hearts show. We have a couple hundred people here right now, but we got millions of people that want to get out and help these countries, these communities. And you want to join and help us out with this, get back to any one of these faces on here if you know them. If you know someone that even talks about Impassive, please get back with them. I guarantee you're going to want to be part of this, not just because you're going to be in the history books for the greatest company that was ever born, but you get to help people out. That's the greatest thing for me. Marcin, thank you very much for your honesty. I appreciate you.
Thank you, Chris.
Okay, Mr. Harold Fox, I gotta hear what you're gonna say. I just know it's gonna be good.
First, let me imagine $100 million in my bank account for a second. Okay. I would first take care of my family. I have 9 granddaughters and I need to take care of them. Definitely take care of them. But so many people have mentioned senior citizens. The prices of medicine is going up. The income of senior citizens are coming down. Medical facilities, the prices are going up. I mean, senior citizens are just in a hole when it comes to medicine and taking care of their bodies. And our bodies are deteriorating. It's like you said, eventually we all are going to deteriorate. And I would like to help the senior citizens that way.
Tell you what, there's gonna be a lot of senior citizens happy when we launch, you know that? I love it. I love it, Harold. I really thought you were gonna say, how many granddaughters? You said daughters or granddaughters?
Granddaughters, I have 9 granddaughters.
Man, they figure that. That's 9 proms. Oh my God, that's 9 sets of high heels. That's 9 dresses. Woo, there goes half of that $100 million right there, man.
Don't forget the headaches and stuff that goes with that, okay?
Hey, I'm sending you some Tylenols over real quick. You're gonna need them.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Harold. Good answers. Okay, Marie Pendy, come on down. I know you got something good to say.
Yeah, good evening. Yes. So if I were given $100 million, what would I do with it? I will situate myself so I can be, steady stable and healthy to use the $100 million to help other people in this way. I am, my experience is in healthcare. I've worked in healthcare for many years, and I've seen how a little medical bill can go very high. So $100 million will not it won't go any further when you're dealing with bills and healthcare. So what I'll do is, after situating myself, I'll find a way to invest some of that money, low-key investment that will bring returns continuously. I'll use some of the money to establish a facility or a hospital or whatever, so that poor people who cannot afford to go to the hospital who qualify can come and get healthcare. The elderly skip their appointments. They don't take care of their diabetes and hypertension. They are not able to buy their medication. They skip appointments because they cannot pay even the premium. The beginning of this year, I was in an accident in one snow that happened, and I had to go to an emergency room, which was like a mile from my home. I stayed in the emergency room for like 3 hours, and what they did was they came out, I was in the lobby, and they did my vital signs, which was stable, and then they discharged me. When bills came, it was $3,000. So I know that $100 million will not go far. If I would be, for example, in the ER at the lobby, and the ER was the beds were full because they had COVID patients. They came out and did a vital signs on me and discharged me because I was the most wealthy person, and my bills came for $3,000. So the $100 million, some of it, I'll find a wise person who is going to invest, so that in a low risk investment, so that the money will multiply. So I will use part of the money to build a facility that people who cannot afford healthcare who qualify will come and get their healthcare and maintain their health. And I will assure that this is going to stretch as long as possible, because that investment that I invested, part of the money is going to be bringing returns to be investing in the people's health. That's what I would do.
I knew you'd have something powerful to say, Marie. Very smart. You're right. Investing. And I'm trying to make an example of everything what everyone says. Guys and gals, brothers and sisters, educate yourself on investing. All right. Yeah, I know what you're going to have coming in. I can honestly look you all in the eye and say, wow, you're going to be very well set. But if you're smart and you learn how to invest, or you find someone that's smart that knows how to invest, it's a good investment to invest. Okay. Not only can you do very well at it, and it's going to bring you that bigger wealth picture that you want, but once again, I'll go back to, you can also help a lot more people. Just think, okay, everyone's got 2 accounts. Let's just say everyone owns 2 accounts. One is for you. The other is for whatever you want to help with. All right. Mike Ellis says it all the time. You only need 1 account. You only need 1 account. Now that 1 account could make you hypothetically millions of apples a month in a year's time. In 2 years' time, it'll grow and it keep growing. So if every one of us had just 1 position to help something or some facility out, imagine, see, this is what you guys, I don't think get. This is what Ashmafar is trying to tell us. It doesn't matter who you help out, where you help out. The thing is, every one of us will be doing it. That's where the face of the earth is going to change. Now, he's got other things that he's talking about, but I believe in my heart, that's going to be something huge. The face of the earth will change when people start being nicer to one another. When people start, people don't put standards on people. People don't judge people for all the bad things that we judge people for now. We've seen it. 2022, and in this world today, we still have hates. We still have war. We still have racism. We still have people that hate us because what we believe in. All right. We have a melting pot in Unpassive of every kind of person, human being. We've all melted together. We all know we have differences, but through one thing called Obless, we all agree that, we really can help out everywhere. So when someone, let's say India calls me, Chris, I got a whole village. They have nothing right now. They lost everything. Whew, what an honor to get on the angels and say, guys, hey, we need immediate assistance and help. All right, people you've never met. Think about all the people you've never met until you joined Unpassive. You literally have traveled the whole world. You might have been at your kitchen table doing it, or your den, or your basement, or your backyard. But literally, you've been traveling the whole world, meeting cultures that you only heard about. And they're no different. Cultures are cultures. They all have their ways of doing things. But the truth is, they're all just like all of us. We're all the same. We all want to take care of our family. Yep, there's good and bad in every country. We just want the good to take over the bad. And that's what Obless is going to do. So, Marie Pendy, thank you very much. Tina from Singapore, unmute yourself, please.
Hello, everyone. All the beautiful blessers here. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you, my sisters, my brothers, the kings and queens, as Dr. Benny would say. I thank you, Chris, Captain Chris Angel Johnson. Yes. From a veteran, definitely I'm looking after my veterans. That's the first thing, first people in my heart. I mentioned earlier in the chat while I was commuting to work that I would build a high-rise because that's what Singapore is all about. We are land scarce. So with 100 million, I'll build a condo with condo facilities, fitness, aging, equipment and everything. And then what I'll do is I'll put in a little annex with cats rescues, because I believe that cats have the aura to calm the people. Okay, the facilities would not just be for the veterans, but also for the orphans and the young dysfunctional kids that we have here in Singapore, who's out there doing mischief or whatever. I would love to definitely also put in programs. I think I've mentioned this to Chris, the intergenerational program, just like what Jane shared earlier. Definitely, there are a lot of stories that the older ones can share to the young ones, and new learning from the young ones to the older, especially learning about technology, learning about the internet, learning about connecting with people in the digital world. And that would probably be something that they could share. Thereafter, I would do 3 things: campaign, 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 pitch, pitch, pitch. Firstly, to the doctors to volunteer to this condominium to give medical care to these people, young and old. Then I will pitch to the pharmaceutical companies to sponsor the medication to this to this facility. Third thing, I would also campaign and pitch to the investors to put in more money so that we can duplicate what we have there and duplicate in other areas here in Singapore or in Malaysia or everywhere else in the world. But the thing is, we must have that structure, that facility, and the people besides just the volunteers. The volunteers can help so much, but only to the extent of what they can do. But if we pitch to the people that could really help in terms of medical, in terms of fitness, in terms of medication, that's where it should be. So I'll be, I've always been saying I'm blessed because I've got accounts for my children. I've got accounts for my friends who are giving. I've got accounts for the people closer to me who has rejected me, but I'm saving that account for them. My family especially. So they are all taken care of. They are blessed with on passive. So let's get out there. Just imagine there's 180 people here who has 180 million to do things in their country, in their little community or the whole country. But if we put them all together and we go out there as a movement to pitch and campaign to the people that matters, the disruptors, we are the disruptors of the corruptors. Get to the corruptors, get to them to do and change them to be what we are doing. Blessing. Thank you so much, Chris. My voice is a bit hoarse because I just been COVID proof, so to speak.
Nice.
Thank you. Love you all. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you, Tina. Always love to hear your voice. And you just got over COVID? Is that what you're saying?
COVID proof now.
Oh, you're COVID proof. Was it tough battle or how was it?
I've been blessed. I've been blessed because I've been taking care of my health with antioxidants, and they did good. So Mike's got it a little bit harder than me, but I'm all fired up now. Waiting to see what's going on tonight, 1st of June.
Wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
What tomorrow is.
Yeah.
All right, Tina. Thank you. Hey, Tina, are you originally from the Philippines?
No, I'm well, if you count my ancestors, I've got 3 ethnic parental. This is my grandfather's Yemeni. Okay. My grandma, I do believe that she's got Chinese heritage. My dad's all Indonesian, but I'm born in Singapore, so we're Singaporean first. and then we talk about ethnic. So that's what another thing about, about wars. I think we're trying to tell people we're all human, we're all the same. We can't be anything else. So love. I love what Ash said the other day. We only have to give love. Love conquers all. Thank you. Thanks for asking, Chris.
Well, I think, we all know a little bit about each other, but we really don't. It's nice I like to pick on people once in a while, and not pick on them, but give me some more, I'd say, like,
yeah,
like I know a little bit about Lily Lane. I know that she's a beautiful professional lady, and she comes across as, I believe, like she reminds me of a school teacher I had once who was always so kind and always smelled beautiful. And she made me think when I didn't think I could. So Tina, thank you. Lily Lane, please unmute yourself.
Thank you, Chris. If I had $100 million, the first thing I would do is to call Mr. Ash, find out where he is, and tell him that I am going to fly where he is, take he and his family out to dinner, and have a personal conversation with him, thanking him for what he has done for us. Then I will fly back home and take care of my family. That's what I would do first. And then what I would do is I want to connect with all of the programs that Bless will be involved in. I want to participate in all of them. I want to help with the water, the roads, the PNG, and I want to continue to put money back into the programs that Passive is operating, so that can be a continued thing. Then I would do some investments. I will get some add on to what I'm trying to do now, like you said, learn more about investing and the best way, the options and those kinds of things. So that's what I would do. I wouldn't start anything out on my own, but I want to be a part of the group that's doing something together.
Wow, now there was an answer. Lily Lane, once again, you blew me away. I'll make sure that Mr. Ash hears that too, Lily Lane.
So I can get that 100,000,
Yes,
100 million.
That's right. So now the rest of you don't even think about taking Lily's idea. She did it first. She's got dibs. So Lily Lane, thank you. It's always a pleasure and an honor to listen to you speak. Thank you very much. I think you'll have that dinner before $100 million with Ash, Lily. I believe so. All right,
Jay. I'm looking forward to that, Chris. And we'll invite you.
You will dearly enjoy it because he really is that nice of a guy. He really is. He'll try stuffing you full of fish and healthy food and everything, but you'll enjoy it. Trust me. All right, Jim, Mr. Jim from Canada, Jim Bell Stratford. Whoa, what is that? Oh, Stratford, Ontario. I'm such a ding dong. Jim, go ahead.
What are you talking about there, Chris?
I'm losing it today.
Well, let me cheer you up a little bit. I'm a veteran.
Yes.
So I will I've been watching it and I've been checking things out. There's a couple of guys out in Vancouver, British Columbia. They are called the Property Guys. Or Property Brothers, sorry. And they do a show on TV. And they're making small homes for veterans. But they're doing them like a real building. I'm thinking with $100 million, and I'm going to be honest and truthful here. I don't need $100 million. I'd be happy with 500,000. The rest is all charity to me. So when it comes to veterans, I've been to Chicago many times. And Chicago has got thousands and thousands of containers. Those containers can be transformed into small homes for the veterans. And for the amount of money it would cost to get a container box and retrofit it, you're only looking at about $7,000 to make a home for a veteran. and you'd have veteran villages. And Chris, with me and you have had a chat about veterans. Some veterans are on the street by choice because it's the only thing they know. But to give them some place to sleep, they would take it in a heartbeat. That's the way they are. Okay. So I'm saying that about the veterans and the children. Kids is a soft spot for me. I hate seeing kids go without. I would probably want to be the biggest Santa Claus in the world. That's just me. So there you go, Chris. That's what I would do with $100 million. I would only need 500,000.
Get away from me, Chris.
What was that, Willie?
Oh, sorry.
Did you get all that?
I got it, Jim. I thought Willie was trying to jump in and answer you. No, Jim, I think it's great. I do watch the Property Brothers once in a while. As you know, as a founder, you don't get to watch a lot of TV, especially the position that I put myself into. I say, you can ask Julie and Marty and Rod, say, I think I'm going to watch a movie tonight. I never get to watch a movie. I never get to watch a movie. So no, the small houses is really a great thing. The sad thing is we're going to have to fight a lot of governments and a lot of legalities to build these neighborhoods with these small houses because, they say, oh, well, they're just not big enough. And I will bring an army of pictures and videos of showing little kids living in the street of Detroit, any big city in the middle of the winter with the spring coat on with holy tennis shoes and say, what do your laws say about that? See, I'm not a government person, but I'm not going to bash them. But laws to me sometimes are so stupid because you're telling me I cannot build a small house on this property, and that's against your rules. But the little 3-year-old kid that's starving in the streets right now, there's no rule or law in that. See, somewhere along the line, people are messed up. They got confused that property is worth more than a life. And it's not. A life, there's no value to a life. That property, it's got its max limit. But more importance goes to, you're telling me that I'm going to buy all this property and I'm going to put on 7,000 tiny homes for families out there, for kids that are hungry or freezing or families that are just having hard times right now. And I got to fight for that. It doesn't make sense to me. That's what I want Noblesse to fix. That's where, quote unquote, you could say the revolution begins with me is I will fight it and I will prove it because I got to believe everyone in this world has a heart. And I know some are a little colder than others, but I'm going to put a picture of this property with a tiny house and they're telling me no. And I'm going to picture of a little child or just a struggling mom and dad freezing outside because they have nothing to go, nowhere to go. And I'm going to tell me what's worth it. What's right here. See, we don't put these pictures in front of these quote unquote big government people who live in really nice places. They forgot who they were. They forgot why they became political. I promise you, I will never forget why I became a founder to help people like that. And I will fight till the end to make sure these laws and these regulations are changed so people come first, not property. And I'm on my soapbox here. Jim, thank you very much, Jim.
I want to add one more thing to that.
Go ahead, brother.
From what you were saying. Ellen DeGeneres, she is a very sweet lady. She's very charitable. And I like how she puts the big tech and everybody in their spot. She challenges them. She goes, I'm going to do this. Let's see you match it. And they have no choice but to match it because she puts them in their spot.
Yep.
And that's the only way to get around government is put them in their spot.
Well, you know what? I don't want to get around government. I want to get along with government.
But that's a good way to start, Chris.
Yeah, we still need government regardless because things have to be done a certain way. I just think they all need to be reschooled, re-educated.
Yeah, because when you do all this, like, because I did some research, you look region by region, like for example, how many homeless veterans are in Detroit area? Is it 10,000? Is it 5,000?
In the state of Michigan, it's 35,000 homeless
Yeah.
veterans.
Yeah, so you would be looking at 35,000 homes at least, right? But like, for example, like Toronto, Ontario might have 500. You know what I mean? You just don't know, right? You got to do a bit of research to see who's out there and what's out there and what the need is, region by region. And then you're going to have the governments wanting to get their hands in there saying, well, now we got to police that area. It's just another area for them to police. So, you know, it's a long thing. You know, it's a big task and it can be done.
Great. Well, look at it this way, Jim. There's more in Michigan. I'm going to use Michigan. There's more buildings right now that are abandoned because of COVID.
Yep.
Than there are people on the street. I have proof that I can put a person or many people in facilities all around Michigan because those buildings are just sitting there. They're not being used. My God, why can't we use them for something good?
That's right.
I mean, if I knew I could pay the taxes in every single building in Michigan to make sure people are warm or have someplace nice to sleep, or maybe a facility to help people with addictions, it's there. It's right there. We just got to be able to take our big feet and stick it somewhere sometimes the way people are at.
You got that right.
You're getting me too crazy. I didn't get the $100 million, so I want to go on.
What do you mean too crazy? You're already crazy.
Yeah, I know, but I got a crazy passion for trying to get things fixed. I know I got a lot of people with me here.
Okay, get on to the next one. I want to hear it.
Thank you, Jim. Naka, how are you doing, my beautiful sister? Please unmute yourself. With that smile, you got to have something good to say. I know you do.
Okay. Thank you, Chris. Thank you for your big hearts. You know, it's always nice to listen to you. Thank you for all the great work you're doing. I listen to everybody. I think really great ideas, beautiful. My idea, I think I will help myself first, and then secondly, I think in Africa, more and more people are living longer. So there is really a need. And I saw that when I was there. So I will be taking care of seniors in my country first and extend it to other countries. I saw seniors, they lost the family, the kids, and living alone. It's so sad. I think there is a need there. And well, I heard people talking about hospitals and all this. For me, my goal is to make sure we get rid of some hospitals, because I believe if you really eat good, you don't need to go to the hospital. Myself, I did that. And I even went and built a company. I didn't start yet. It's ongoing, being built. And my goal is to teach people how to eat naturally and good so that you don't need to take medicine. And I tried that, it's working. And instead of really doing that business, I just changed my mind that I will be using my time, using that company and help first founders, and then we can extend it to other people so that everybody will take care of himself instead of looking for pills and pills. You know, I work in healthcare. It's not easy. They fix this disease with a pill, and then they have to get another one to fix what the pill costs. So it's a cycle. I really, really don't like that. So I hope I will help. I help myself first, and I hope I will help other people. Thank you, Chris, for giving me opportunity to talk today.
You're welcome, Naka. If you notice I agree with a lot of the stuff in the next guy I'm going to let talk here, he'll vouch on that because he's very healthy. But I really believe if you eat the right foods, stay away from, the alcohol, the cigarettes, the fun stuff once in a while, you can live a pretty good hospital-free life if you take care of yourself and you eat the right things. The problem with me is, I like to splurge. I was just talking to Julie today, said I'm going to go get a Taco Bell burrito because I love tacos. She goes, oh no, don't you eat that stuff. But you're right. If you eat healthy, and Pete and Julie can contest to this, they both eat pretty good, but most of us that eat not so good, yeah, we end up sick with something, but who knows? But yeah, it's a great idea. Hopefully, Academy, you'll be teaching that. You'll be teaching that course on how to eat right.
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you,
Naka.
Chris.
You're welcome. Thank you. Peter Shore.
Hey, my brother, I love the energy, the positive energy that we have in the webinar here. I love you guys, all of you. What a great idea from each and every one of you. I really appreciate that, your contribution in here. We wouldn't have webinars like this without all of you in here. So we appreciate you. Applaud to all of you. I'm going to mention what the question was, but I also have a surprise for you. So I'll leave that at the end, okay? So the first thing, the fortune that Chris just put in my lap, $100 million, I would definitely first, like always, like all of you kind of agree to that with Ash's recommendation that you take care of yourself and your family first. That's a must. Okay. And for me, I got to pay all my, both of my girls' college education, make sure that their account is zero, there's no debt whatsoever. And take care of what we promised Mr. Ash to do in Michigan to clear out all the homelessness in Michigan and poverty. And we're gonna make sure that whatever we do in Michigan, we can take it and duplicate it to all states and nationwide and internationally, everywhere in the world. So we have a system, we can duplicate it. It will be easier once it's done once and for all. It'll be for everybody. Also, there is a lot of good ideas in here. Think about it. If you go in a hospital, I can't remember who mentioned this, and you just go in there and you go talk to one of the social workers in there and tell them who cannot afford to pay their bill. And you can go in there and like pay few people's bills, completely wipe it out. Go in there, just surprise, don't mention your name or anything. Just pay it, right? Just write a check and boom, it's done. How about the veterans? The veterans, I love, hearing about the veterans, taking care of them. They have the most sacrifice that they ever done for our freedom that we enjoy here in the United States. And for these veterans to be homeless, that's ridiculous. And that needs to be fixed now. Another thing too is like seeing people in the grocery store, like, trying to figure out, can I take this item or this item? I don't have enough. What about if you just, tell them, fill up your card, I'll pay for it, just randomly, somebody randomly. Okay. And, you have so many ideas. What about if you go to a restaurant, your dinner costs, let's say $100. And you see that the waitress has been working hard, she's frustrated and all that stuff. It's very hard to find good workers now these days in restaurants. What about if you leave that waitress $1,000 tip? Your bill is $100 and you just give them $1,000 as a tip. How happy that person will be. It's amazing, right? And Tina, you're international, like your family, all internationals in Yemen. And what Mr. Ash did to the Yemeni people, he mentioned it in a webinar on Monday. He paid all the pending founding position. It was today, surprised, he came to the Arabic webinar again for 2 weeks in a row. And total accounts that he paid for it, pending founder, in Yemen, $1,200 189 pending founder. It cost the company over $125,000 from Ash generosity to the country of Yemen for all the devastation and the wars that have been going on for years and years and years. We're all talking about Oblast in here. This is a surprise for you, okay? I'm not supposed to come in here and announce this because I usually like to give the pleasure to Mr. Ash to announce stuff, but he had reviewed Oblast today with the tech team. He mentioned that on Monday. He loves it. There was some few things that he wanted to get fixed, so those will get fixed. He did show us some screenshots of it, and great ones. So it's coming, guys. It's just be patient. And another thing that within Oblast, you'll be able, let's say, God forbid, somebody's house caught on fire and get destroyed. Okay, now they need funds to build that house, right? Within Oblast, you'll be able to make a video of what is the situation is. And you can take like OTrim, and you can make the video on a page, okay? Let's say, even after like when we launched the company and you have your own domain, you can have the Oblast one page of your domain / something, whatever it is. And you can have that video over there. Even if you don't have your own domain, you will use OTrim to make a page for you for that, to whatever reason that you're collecting money for. So that's another great thing, that you'll be able to present your cause with a video if you choose to do so. So that's incredible news. Lastly, this is nothing to do with the surprise or Mr. Ash's visit today in the webinar, but what I was going to say, I have so many ideas in my head. Today, being in the 21st century, we take basics, things that we do on a daily basis. Even like on a Sunday, you go to church, for example, okay? In certain countries around the world, where some of these people are being prosecuted just for going to the church. Those things need to be fixed. Within OnPassive, there is no discrimination against anything, regardless if it's color, religion, the male or female, anything. So that need to be equaled out around the world, and we need to end that as well. So nobody need to be prosecuted for whatever God created to be. So that's all I have today. Thank you very much, Chris. God bless everybody.
Where did you come from, Pete? My goodness. Thank you, brother. We all needed to hear that. Very good. Very good. I think you should come back, Pete. All right. Thank you, Peter Shore. He's the one that got this crazy guy. And you all know the story. He waited 2 years before he brought this passive to my attention. 2 years. I'm having a hard time with that to this day, that he waited 2 years. So it all worked out in the end, though. All right, Peter, thank you very much. Richard Lamoute. Go ahead, brother. Did I say it right that time?
Mutt. You know a mutt? A doggy?
Like a dog. Richard Lamotte. Okay, I got you.
I love all you beautiful men, women, and children of the world from the bottom of my heart. My priority is get rid of my debts and help family. But my number 2 is the old people. Make sure that the old people don't have to sit there and wonder between buying food or buying medicine. I want to eliminate that. Number 3 is the single parents, the single mothers that are struggling like crazy to survive. Then after that, I've got founder's position for the poor, for the homeless, for the vets, for hospitals, for charities. I mean, if I'm loaded, it's all going to go Obless. That's it. Obless is going to receive at least, well, I have to keep 20 for the government taxes, 20 for myself, and then the other 60, Obless. There she goes. So I leave you all with that, and I love y'all. Kisses and hugs to everybody. Love y'alls.
Thank you, Richard Lamotte. Did I say it right? I got it. I always, it looks to me like Lamuth, but if it's Lamotte, I'll call you Lamotte. I can remember that one. You know, my last job, my title was yard dog. So if I can remember yard dog, I can remember Lamotte. So that's a good one. Thank you, Richard. Lori Lynn, go ahead, unmute yourself, please.
Lori Lynn works.
Lund.
I'm
Lori
I'm
Lund.
Lori Lund.
Lori Lund. I must got Lynn Nakamoto on my brain. That's probably what it is.
That's short for lunatic, right? Anyways, I was listening to everybody's story, and I'm going to do one of each with my 100 million, right? Anyways, there's so many things that we can do. I'm just excited over just everything. Oh, and what I wanted to say was I got one of my clients on today. I took down to the doctor's, and she walks with a walker, and she's elderly. She's from Jamaica. Just a beautiful, beautiful person. And she looks like Lily Lane. I mean, Lily Lane resembles, you know, she's just gorgeous woman inside and out. Anyways, and we got her registered today, and it went like butter. And it was my, you know, first time registering somebody. I just went back, sent the link, you know, and anyways, but she's really excited. And I showed her the Burj Khalifa, and I told her, you know, the last founder coming in is going to be just fine. And, you know, it says it doesn't matter. You said you're a founder, and that's just the way it is. Anyways, but she's real thrilled. There'll be so many things that we can do. And I just see it. The Spokane, Washington is really bad. It's getting scary, you know. They have so many shootings on the news and robberies and stuff. And I go over there and hang around and in town and go to garage sales and, you know, just normal. But the worse it gets, you know, I have to be careful. They need help bad. But anyways, I thank you guys.
Thank you, Lori Lund. I apologize for saying your name wrong.
Oh, you're fine.
At this time of night, my eyes, I got to hold them open with a toothpick. So beautiful stories. Keep riding those horses, lady. I can't wait to come there and ride bareback, because I'll have fun with that. I know that.
You want bareback, do you?
Oh, I only ride bareback. I love riding bareback, to be honest with you.
All righty.
That means I'll have my shirt off. I'll have a bareback and a saddle. Right? No, I'm just kidding. No, I really like riding bareback. It's a lot of fun, actually.
All right.
Okay, Lori, thank you very much. Hey, look who's here, Harry. Another Canadian. Go ahead, Harry. How you doing, my brother?
Hello, everybody. Great to be here. $100 million. Well, of course, take care of the family and all that first. But I have a heart for the Philippines. My wife is Filipina, right? And got her family there. But $100 million will go a long way in the Philippines. And one of my projects, and it's been brought up already earlier 3-4 times, is water. I'd like to build a water distillery plant. Just give the water free, because they do have a lot of bad water there. And I was thinking about what Ash, with the 3D printer. I'm not too sure how expensive a 3D printer to build housing is, but that's something I would like to do, is own a 3D printer and build condominiums or whatever using the 3D printer, because, you know, there's a lot of homeless people. And Some of you already have heard earlier, my wife's family was hit by the typhoon, and one of her brothers was, they had over 2,000 homes burned down in a big fire, including my wife's brother. And so we're right now trying to help them rebuild and everything else. But with $100 million, we could build a lot of homes, produce a lot of water, clean water. And that's one of my projects. Philippines is my pet peeve, and I love it there. And yeah, it's housing, water, food, and there's just so much. $100 million can go a long way in the Philippines. Anyways, thanks for listening.
Absolutely, Harry. I made a promise to 4 of the ladies that are founders, and hold on, let me get their names. I wrote them down.
Yeah, so some of her family's houses were destroyed by the typhoon too, by the way. So
Yeah. So what I promised these ladies, it was Emily, Shirley, Michelle, Teresa, and Dr. Jane. They're all Filipino. They live, I think Dr. Jane lives in the Philippines. The rest live in the States or Canada. And I promised them that I do more for the Philippines because, I did a lot for Australia, New Zealand, Bangladesh, a lot. And there was 2 places that I didn't really, not that I didn't pay attention to, I just thought they were bigger, and they're really not, which was the Philippines and actually Vietnam. All right, so I promised these 5 ladies, that I do all that I can to help promote Unpassive, help them promote Unpassive, because like yourself, Harry, they have family members that's going through the same tragedies. So guys, if you know anyone, just off the hand, neighbors that are Filipino, that maybe have friends over there, talk to them about Unpassive. There's a lot of countries we haven't talked about. And think about it, how many times have you heard Philippines in a webinar? Harry's probably maybe the 1 or 2. I know Della's talked about it. I know Tina's talked about it. But we got to start bringing up the countries, I think, that need help the most. We have severe weather in a lot of these countries every single year. It's almost like clockwork. Man, if we can just fix Mother Nature, maybe we can get her to be a founder. Change her ways sometimes. But just remember the Philippines, along with everyone else that needs help. So, Harry, thank you for bringing that to my attention. I got their names back. I actually put them aside. They were supposed to be sitting here, but thank you for that reminder, Harry. We're going to do, and I'm going to do everything I can. You got my word to help out the Philippines. Also, I have many crusades. Philippines is going to be one of them. PNG, Bangladesh, Australia, New Zealand. But you guys are all number 1 on my list for getting there and helping people out. And I want to get my hands dirty, and I want to know about it. Without you telling me those stories, I don't know this stuff. That's why I love this global company. I'm finding things out that none of us ever really knew. So, Harry, once again, thank you. Okay, we have about 20 minutes left. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 hands, it looks like. So let's see if we can finish it out. Once again, the Miss Monique could not make it on here today, but I think we turned this into pretty fun. So, Mr. Mark, can you please unmute yourself? And what would you do with $100 million?
I think some of the people on set said some of the things that I was going to say, gosh, I'm sorry, what's her name? Said the meds with the being healthy without natural stuff, being healthy without having to take medicine, and there's different things that people can do so that they still are healthy. I was thinking that we could do different things that are creative, and I like different things. I don't like how the earth and the people on earth do the same things, for a lot of years that people have been on Earth. They do the same things. They do things the same way as people did hundreds of years ago. And I like things that are different. I like people that think differently. I like people that do things different. I think that there's different ways of doing things that are creative that you can still like be really healthy physically and mentally and do really good on Earth and all and do that consistently for a lot of years. And like I think to answer the question of like what I would do with the money, like I would, one idea is to make a really big kind of like a food store, but everything's free and it's all food that's grown like fresh vegetables in a really big garden and fruit and vegetables and and then but it's a three level. Most food stores you go in, it's just the one floor, but this store is three levels. So you go up the steps to the second floor, then you go up the steps to the third floor, and like the first floor is like fruit, all fruit, and then the second floor is all vegetables, and the third floor is all seafood, like fresh caught fish that are ready to take home and cook, and everything's free, and or it's like $1, or something, but it's really good quality. It's not cheap. It's not like cheap, like it's really good. Like it was grown right. And so it's like really, really good vegetables, really good fruit. It's fresh. And, same with like the seafood and, people can go in there. There's no junk food in the whole place, no candy, no chips, no soda, no cake and pie. It's just fruit, vegetables, seafood, and people can go in there and they can eat healthy. They can get food, take it home and be healthy, and come back and get as much of it as they want. They can take home boxes of all that healthy food. So they always have healthy food to eat. If they don't have money to buy it, they can get it for free or for like $1 or like dollars, just like a few dollars. And also like, other things like, like just like being creative, like, I think people like there's things that people can do that most people don't think to do, like, or they don't have the patience or the time to do. But like there's things that people can do that still make their health good, and uh I think like the other thing with the food thing is like making fruit and vegetable drinks, like make a stand on the side of the road or make a stand somewhere and make people do the work for them, because most people don't, like I say, they don't have the time or the patience to do a lot of work, right? They just want to, a lot of people, they want to put a microwave dinner in a microwave and say they ate dinner. But like, because they say, the time to cook food on the stove, because a lot of people want things now, they want things fast, and they don't want to wait for food to cook on a stove, like, you know what I mean? So, I could stand on the side of the road and do like, like have like a fruit, vegetable, and seafoods, like, and different kinds of meats stand where I just serve people. Like I make vegetable smoothies. I can have like a smoothie, a blender, and I just make the smoothies, the vegetable drinks, and make the fruit drinks, and then hand them out to people for free. anybody that wants, because you say like, if you have a really big garden, right? Don't make it just a big garden, make a really big garden. So you've got enough for fruit and vegetables to keep doing it, right? And giving it all of that to people. And then you can like, or don't, if you're going to sell it for like a couple dollars. Don't sell it for like a lot of money. Don't sell it for as much anywhere near what the food store, even like I used to work at a fruit and vegetable stand, and all they sold was fruit and vegetables, and it was cheaper than going to a food store too. It was a little less money than going to a food store, but they still charged, money. Like that's charging too much, like I would charge like a lot less than that, like if I was going to charge anything, and it would only be like a couple dollars, and then people can be healthy, and so they don't have to do the work, like, and they don't have to pay me to do the work for them. Like they say, you pay for it. It costs money, like to pay for somebody to do the work for you, like, but like they don't even have to pay me to do the work. They don't have to pay me money to do the work. I'll do it for them for free, and they can be healthy and not have to go to the doctor. Like I'll just stand on the side of the road and hand out vegetable drinks, fruit drinks, and cook like fresh pieces of meat, like chicken and salmon and stuff, and hand it to people, and they can be healthy, and like
Mark?
and
Mark?
I think people, huh?
Can you hear me, Mark?
Yeah.
Mark, I'm glad to hear your voice again. I got like 3 more hands up. I love all your ideas, and it's good to hear from you. I don't mean to be cut you off, but I got to get these 3 hands in, Mark. How you doing, buddy? It's been a couple weeks since I heard from you.
I'm doing okay. I've been out here homeless still, but I'm doing okay. I think one of the things I've learned is in all the years of my life so far, I'm 31 years old, is I just think that one of the things that the world, people and on earth is doing more now is putting more things in one place, like smartphones have the texting, the internet, all the apps that you can do everything on your phone that you can do. You used to need a phone, a computer, a laptop, everything. And so the thing is, like, I could make a place like that helps people, like the Salvation Army, that doesn't just have the things that the Salvation Army has. It has 25 more things that are all in the same place, that people can walk in and get almost anything they need for what they've got going on. And, it's all in one spot, but I'm doing the best. I'm doing good out here. I had a good day today. I'm still homeless, but I'm doing really good. The weather's good, and having my I played the trumpet today, and I really like music, and I've been having I had some fun today, and I'm doing good. I feel good physically. I feel good mentally, even after like being out here homeless for 1 year. I've been out here for 1 year, but I feel healthy physically. I feel healthy mentally, and actually I feel healthier than I was before I became homeless. So it's just, I'm doing things for myself that are different things that a lot of people don't do, that just when I do these different kinds of things consistently over time, like, it keeps my health good. And it's just, I mean, to answer your question, I'm sorry, I'm doing good.
You're good, Mark. Mark, I'm glad to hear you. You're always welcome to any webinar because you are a founder, and I'd love to hear you on more webinars, brother. I appreciate you, man. I know you got a great friend in Jean, and I know that she's very proud of you. So you just keep doing what you're doing, Mark. Thank
Okay.
you, brother.
Yeah.
All right. Tom Taylor, can you please unmute yourself?
All right, you guys can hear me?
Yes, loud
Awesome.
and clear.
Awesome. All right, I'm going to cut it short because we are running out of time. I've got a list, it's about as long as my arm, if not longer. Quick background, I live in the Philippines, moved here 11 years ago from Australia. Been living in the same village for the last 11 years, obviously going to be moving on to higher grounds once the apples are starting to come in. However, this village has been our home, my wife, myself, and our 6 lovely dogs, which are just as much our kids as any real child would be. I want to leave a thank you in several ways to the people that made our life comfortable, helped us, supported us over the 11 years that we have been here. Example number 1, there's a guy, he's in his mid-70s, he's as skinny as a rake. And what he does for a job, he cleans out the drainages alongside of the road, you know, where all the yucky stuff goes down to the sewage pond, I guess. And yet, no matter what time of day, no matter how hot it might be, he always smiles. He always waves at you when you walk past. Sometimes he comes up, gives you a hug. He's just one hell of a guy, you know, very simple person. The one job he's got, even in his 70s. Now, with him, all the time, are about 12 to 15 dogs that he looks after. Now, as soon as I can, I want to put 4 15-kilo bags of dog food, you know, and deliver them to him, because I can't imagine, you know, the smile on that face, because the dogs look a little bit malnourished because of his situation, I guess. Example number 2, about 4 years ago, my wife and I, we took a family of 7, the 2 parents and their 5 children, to a local department store. Now, the reason we did that is they could not afford the school supplies for their children. So we went to the department store, we set no budget, we said, you get whatever you got to get. And I'll tell you in all honesty, it made my day, it made my week, it made my month, if not my year. It changed me as a person to see the look on those kids' faces, to be able to buy shoes for the first time in God knows how many years, uniforms, books, pencils, you name it, anything and everything a kid needs here in the Philippines to go to school was just absolutely priceless, and something that will live with me for the rest of my life. You know, it's just enormous. Which brings me to my next mission. Every Saturday morning, I will do about a 20-minute walk to the local mall to do my grocery shopping. And whilst I walk along, I walk past what we call a few squatter areas. Now you get the odd kid running up to you, you know, foreigner in the Philippines. Oh, give me money, give me money, give me money. Well, I can tell you one thing for sure, I will not give anybody any money. However, how great would it be to say to a kid, what do you want money for? Oh, I want to buy some food. Okay, let's go and eat. And you take him to, you know, one of the fast food outlets and give him some food. After that, take him to the same department store where I took that family, clothe them, dress them, you know, and I think that would achieve a hell of a lot more than, you know, giving a little bit of cash that God knows where it might end up. You know, the parents could be drug addicts for all we know. So they're the things that I have planned. And the last thing on my list as far as the villages is concerned, they just put up recently some advertisements. They're looking for funds to build a chapel. Now, I spoke to the village president, and the total cost would be 3.7 million peso, which off the top of my head, I don't know what that is in US dollars, but 3.7 million would have to be somewhere between 70 and 75,000 US, I think. Now, I'm more than happy to pay for the lot of that, obviously, just to leave a legacy, you know, to thank the people of the village that, as I said, have been very supportive, and more so for my wife, you know, if ever she needs to return here. I'm 65. I don't know how much longer God plans on having me around. My wife is in her 40s, so she obviously be around a lot longer than me, to leave something for her to come back to if ever need be. Not that I think she would be. Thanks for letting me talk. Have a great day, everybody. Thanks, Chris, for all and everything you do. Awesome stuff, brother.
You're welcome, Tom. Thank you for putting all that in there. I think you're right about the pesos. I used to know them a little bit, but I think you're correct. Tom, appreciate you for being on here. Thank you very much. Okay, we got 3 hands left. Last, we're gonna have David, and we're gonna have William, and then Robert Oakes, and then we're gonna shut it down because I know you guys are getting tired. So, David Switzer, please unmute yourself.
Okay, everybody hear me good. Well, with $100 million, oh, you had to make me big screen. Oh, thank you.
My man, I couldn't see you, David.
I bet you or Marty did that.
No.
No, I'm going to say with $100 million, you know, I'm going to make myself secured, make my family secured, and I'm going to do what I can. And I'm just going to keep an open mind on all this because I'm also going to help you out, Chris. But the thing is that I want to be flexible to help people when they need help. Like say, for instance, like a farmer had a forest, like a fire, like what happens around here. Farmer might lose his house and everything. I want to be able to donate a little bit of money to him if he needs it to help get him started again. Or, you know, what I want to do is keep an open mind, help my community out as much as I can. Maybe Thanksgiving, buy a whole bunch of turkeys and hand turkeys out for Thanksgiving and stuff like that. I mean, that's good things. Or put a roof on somebody's house. They need a roof, you know, pitch in and do that, you know. But one thing too, I want to get me a nice new truck and take it to my brother's house and rub it in his face. And I say, I told you to get it on pass it, darn it. See what you could have. So anyhow, yeah, I want to keep an open mind. I want to have a good power to myself and be able to jump in when I need to jump in, or if somebody needs help, I can jump in and help them out a little bit, you know, be real flexible on that part, you know. And another thing too, I want to bring up also too, I want to be able to help animals out. I love animals. And if, you know, a dog or a cat's man's best friend. So I want to be able to, or a lady's best friend, you know, I want to be able to jump in and help that out because there's a lot of animals are suffering today, and I want to be able to help out on that too. So that's what I want to do. And Papa Gindy, you know, don't forget about Papa Gindy. I want to be able to jump in and help them out too. So
very good, David.
Okay.
Yeah, like I said, David, it's all it takes is each person help out 2 different little things, and it's going to make a difference. So, David Switzer, thank you very much. And I made you big because your laptop makes you look like you're way back there, so I can't see where they're. Very good, but thank you, David, for coming on here and speaking. Go ahead, David. What was that? Okay, brother. Mr. William Delorme, the Marshmallow Man, please unmute yourself. I know what you'd do if you had $100 million.
Yes, I would give you a great big hug, Chris.
I'll take it, William. I would take it.
On that note, I would first like to fix my underlying issue or challenge of wheelchair and getting strong and walking. But I have visions too that I was never able to do. So I really do not like to tell people about them because somebody will take it away from me and do it for themselves. And my visions are for uplifting humanity. So it's a really good endeavor. But right now I have to concentrate on my challenge. And I know what Mark is going through because earning an income and those things and being challenged on the street is a big challenge. So he will get out of that. But now, since he's in on passive, he will be able to make his visions come true. And I think, Mark, you're doing a very good thing.
Absolutely. William, thank you very much, William. You know, one of my goals, brother, is to ride a mountain bike right next to you. We're going to do some riding. I can see it. And then Julie, you got to save Julie a dance. You know that because she wants to dance with you. But I'm not going to dance with you, but I'm definitely going to go riding a bike with you, brother. We'll have fun. And I'm not going to be like Pam and dump you. If you dump, I'm going to pick you up. I still think that's funny, even though it wasn't, but.
That certainly hurt.
It hurt a little bit.
It hurt my marshmallows.
Oh, you had to say that. Very funny. Thank you, Mr. William DeLorme. On that note, we're going to go to the last speaker, Mr. Robert Oakes. He got a haircut. You don't look like Rod Stewart no more, man. Come on.
Time to look human. Yeah, hi, Chris. Thanks a lot for having me on it. And I'm sorry haven't been around. I've been working my apples off, helping different people around in the community here. And I just want to say I'm on board with all you got all great ideas, and especially with my colleague Harry there with making that water distiller thing. I'm in, brother. I'm a welder. I'm a jack of all trades. I could do whatever you want me to do, you know, master blueprints and whatever. So I'm all in. So that's what I just wanted to say. And I'm sorry, Chris, to put my hand up at the very last minute, but I just had to put my words in, you know.
It's okay, Robert. And you know, you guys don't have to apologize. I know a lot of people work. I am retired. If I was working like I used to work, I'd probably be like that, saying, hey guys, I can't get on. You don't have to apologize. I know the faces. I know the people that are plugged in. And I know a lot of you do work, and you got to be up in a couple hours. So on that note, I want to say thank you to all the beautiful people in here that shared the story. Sometimes I get things together. They don't always work out. We'll get that lady. I've had like 3 requests for the next couple of weeks. So we're covered, but Willie, don't worry about it. We'll get her in. Thank you for trying. Lynn Nakamoto, thank you for helping advertising and run the board. Julie Wen, thank you for helping run the board and advertising. I know I seen you through some posters out there. Marty DeGarmo, I think he went to bed. You know, I love you. And I still like making fun of him, even though it's good. Guys, guess what? I'm going to say this quick. In, let's see, 11, 12, 34, 15 more hours, I think it is. I can't see my clock. Somewhere in that range, Ashman Farr is going to come on to the Unpassive 360, 2 o'clock EDT. I think he's going to be a little late because I know he's traveling. I know Red is on his boat, so he might be a little late. It could be me and the big guy tap dancing until Ash gets there, but don't miss it. Get on there. I don't know that it's going to be that long. Someone thinks it's at a webinar. No, it's our normal Unpassive 360. Ash Mafar is going to come on, drop a date. First time, mind you, first time a date. I think all of us been waiting for this for a long time. I have. I mean, I'm honestly, I never worried about building my team. I want that it's all done for you part. Okay. But I think it'll take a lot of stress off people. Get who you can. I don't know if he's going to end it tomorrow or 2 weeks from now. We'll find out. We'll find out. But please don't stress over it. It's going to be done for you guys, ladies. You're going to sit back and enjoy your life. That's what life is supposed to be about. Enjoying. All right. Riding horses naked. I mean, bareback. All right. Going fishing with your buddies. Ladies, going shopping to your heart's desire with those $50,000, whatever they're called, purses and high heels and dresses. And you guys make us all look good when you all look that beautiful, but it's coming. Be patient. It's all done for you. Ash Mafar, we love you. We thank you for your consistent love for us. Very appreciative. And 360 tomorrow, I'm going to go because I'm talking too much. I want you to go and I want you to kiss your pillow like it's me, give it a hug, and tell everyone that you love them, that you see. And Peter Short, not you. I can live next to you. I'm gonna come give you a kiss right on that head is what I'm gonna do. All right. Good night. Thank you for all your help. We'll see you next Tuesday. We'll see you tomorrow at 360. Julie and Milo, 6:30 tomorrow. After the 360, Lynn and Ron, fireside chat, 8 o'clock Friday. Back to P&G, Julie, Milo, again Saturday. Hey, man, there's all kind of webinars going on. Get on one of them. I love every one of you. God bless you. Good night.
Love you, Chris. Good night.
Good night, everyone.
Everybody.
Bye, everybody.
Good night, everyone. Love you.